IESA State Championship basketball. Tonight, the Eagles of Bloomington Evans and the Tigers of Urbana Middle School battle it out for all the marbles. The IESA 8-4A State Championship on the line. With Miller Calhoun, I'm Joey Wright. And Miller, there's always so much to unpack with a matchup like this. Let's start with the matchup.
Joey, Bloomington Evans entered this game as the underdog. That's a key point. I feel bad about saying that. A team that carries a 21-5 record, but it'll be hard for them to match up against such a deep Urbana team here at their home court tonight in front of their home fans. It'll have to go all revolve around DJ Starr, their star guard. Get that little pun right there. But he had 14 points and then followed up with 12 points last game against Bolingbrook J. Nabs in the semifinals. He gives the Eagles a nice matchup to combat guys like Jermontre Young and Kylan Boswell for Urbana. But they'll need all the offense they can get here tonight. For the Tigers, this game will be won or lost down low in the post with Marshawn Sales. He's got to play big tonight against Bloomington's Caden Stork. It's going to be a huge matchup. He'll have a tough time on Caden Stork. He had 15 points last game in the semis, but it's got to come from everybody. But it starts down low with Marshawn.
Absolutely. Now, Miller, to say this is the biggest game of these young players' lives, probably no understatement. It's also probably accurate to say it's the biggest crowd they will have ever played in front of. That's to say nothing, of course, of the fact that it's essentially a home game for the Tigers. What are the nerves like for these players, and how are they managing them ahead of this one?
Well, Joey, all these players are looking forward to the opening tip. They've had all week to think about it and what it means in the moment that they're about to play in. Right now, the pregame warm-up, or the just end of the pregame warm-up, is the peak of their excitement. They're ready to go. They're ready to play. But there are going to be some nerves that you wouldn't see in a normal regular season game. But that's usual. I mean, but once the first quarter gets over, it should be a great, high-quality game.
Absolutely, a huge crowd. Lots of Urbana fans, also lots of Bloomington fans. I mean, it's hard to overstate how big this crowd is. They've called the fire marshal in to ensure that everyone packs the gym safely. Score prediction, Miller.
I predict, as I got to go with the home team, the Urbana Tigers, I got 49-43, Joey, in a low-scoring game. I think this is going to be and it's going to be won on the defensive end.
Neither school has ever won a state championship. Take that with a grain of salt, as Bloomington Evans first opens its doors in 2011. Urbana has not appeared in a state championship game since 1972. It's a big one, and we're glad to bring it to you on the Tigers Media Network. Bloomington Evans starters were just announced. This crowd's getting loud as the Tigers starting five being introduced. And one player I want to mention for Urbana, Kylan Boswell. He's only a 7th grader, but in the sectionals in Kankakee, he hit a game-winning three that sent the team here. I had a chance to talk to him on Tuesday. That kid is confident, he is humble, and don't be surprised if the ball is in Kylan Boswell's hands late in this matchup.
Yeah, he's a big-time player, Joey. He's only a 7th grader.
Yeah.
Big-time player.
It's crazy to see a 7th grader make such the contributions that he has made to this team.
Exactly.
It's insane.
And he's gonna have to play big tonight too. If he can knock down that 3 ball, it's gonna expand the defense and open up holes for driving lanes for guys like Kevin Cobb and Jermontre Young. But he's gonna have to knock down shots. He's coming off the bench tonight, so nerves will be key. But this is a huge game, Joey, and I'm just ready to get it started.
It's the state championship game. The IESA 8-4A class. Marshawn Sales for Urbana, Caden Stork for Bloomington in the circle, and the tip-off to Bloomington. The state title game is underway. Starting with the ball is Bloomington. Number 23, DJ Starr drives in. Can't get the basket to go. And Urbana's first possession of the game, it's in the hands of Marshawn.
Bloomington's first play, there they go to a little high screen horns action. Got a nice look at the basket, just couldn't finish. Maybe a little bit of nerves right there.
Absolutely. Here's Sales. Sales now inside. Can't get it to go. Both teams 0 for 1. From the field, and here goes Starr. Starr driving in, can't get it to go, rebound to Sales. We'll see quite a few of those tonight.
And here he goes dribbling up the court. He's so versatile. He's gonna have to knock down some 3 balls and post up. He's got the size advantage and the strength advantage on Caden Stork, but he's gonna have to use it tonight.
Kevin Cobb to Gideon Kapongo. Now to Young, Jermontre Young, can't get it. 1 minute in, no score, and here goes Starr for Bloomington. Gideon Kapongo is also a 7th grader for this Tigers team.
Now, if I believe Kevin Cobb also is too. I believe he's a 7th grader as well.
Cobb's an 8th grader.
8th grader, okay.
But you're not wrong to think that with the output that they've gotten from 7th graders this season.
And
Here's
great on-ball defense by Kevin Cobb right there. But as the Tigers, they switch up. They like to switch up their defense, and that just avoiding us. Great defense by Kevin Cobb.
In the hands of Chase Adams. And a jump ball. The arrow points to Urbana. Crowd on their feet, loving that.
Urbana, Coach Butler loves to start off in this high-pressure on-ball man-to-man, but he'll switch it up. This team is so great at communicating, and they're very intelligent. They'll change up defenses multiple times.
And Miller, what a story it's been for Urbana Tigers coach Carlin Butler, former JV coach at the high school, spent last season out of coaching. He's in his first year at the middle school this season, and they have not lost a game here in the state championship. Sales gets blocked. Starr takes it up the court for the Eagles. Now to the corner, and Stork, he'll drive in. And the pass inside. First points of the game to Bloomington Evans and Tyler Dwinall.
And you see Bloomington a little 1-2-2.
Adonai Boomba, his brother, played at the high school a few years ago. No good on that one. Rebound, Kapongo. Cobb, now Sales. Sales almost lost it, gets fouled.
Marshawn's got to play a little bit more under control right now. He's forcing it a little bit, but nice move, nice crossover to get the reach on Caden Stork. If he can get him in foul trouble, that'll be huge.
First foul of the game, and yeah, if you want to get anyone in foul trouble, it's Caden Stork, the man who's on Sales. Jermontre Young for three, it's no good. And another 23, DJ Starr gets the rebound. Now it's Stork, got fouled. Tigers' first foul of the evening.
It's clear they're going to be calling it real close tonight. State championship game, you don't want anything to interfere with how the performance and the product put on the table, so it's going to be called close tonight.
We've seen that already, one foul for both sides. 3:20 left in the first quarter, and pulling up and getting it to go is Jono Edmondson. We've talked about the Urbana crowd, but Miller Bloomington Evans has packed him in also. Adonai Boomba pulls up, can't put Urbana on the board. Rebound, Bloomington. And up the court goes Starr. Starr will drive all the way inside, and he lost it.
Should be Urbana ball. Went off his knee.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Bloomington. Chase Adams will inbound. Not a popular call. But the Tigers are going to have to play defense. Adams.
That'll be.
Stork will get it back for Bloomington. Picked up by Kapongo, who nearly forced the steal, but he couldn't do it. And now it's DJ Starr. Starr pulling up for three. Doesn't get it. Rebound, Marshawn.
Nice rebound.
He's just so big, Miller.
He clears out space down there. And he's got a good vertical first jump leap.
And he pulls up from beyond the free throw line. Can't get it. Rebound, Tyler Dwinall.
I said he might be forcing it a little bit. He's trying to do too much right now. Just go through, run your stuff, and it'll come.
Chase Adams inside, finds Dwinall off the glass, no good. Rebound ended up in the hands of Boomba, but a foul is called against Evans, so Urbana will inbound from under their own basket. Our first substitution of the game for Bloomington, it'll be Aaron Eicher.
And I was just going to mention, the quarters also play a big factor. This isn't like high school where you play 8 minutes. This is 6-minute quarters, folks. And that's a much shorter time, so a huge lead in this game could be dangerous.
Yeah, instead of a 32-minute game, a 24-minute game. That's 8 minutes shorter than what you'd find in high school. And you don't really notice it until you get into a game like this. We're already 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter.
Yep.
Kevin Cobb with the ball. To the corner and Boomba, who finds Sales inside the wing. And Marshawn draws a foul. He'll go to the free throw line. Good chance for the Tigers to break through and get on the board.
And that'll be number 2 on Caden Stork, number 50.
Yeah, I mean, that's huge for Stork because Marshawn is just such a tough guy to guard. And if they lose the size of Stork, it'll be even more difficult.
And excuse me, they just called that foul on number 35. Jono Edmondson, not number 50.
I made a mistake too because I thought it was on the shot. It was on the floor, so the Tigers didn't get any free throws. In the hands of Starr. I guess you could call him Bloomington's point guard because he's taking the ball up the court every single time for the Eagles.
He loves this high screen, getting in a little ISO, a little switch. He wants this matchup with Marshawn. Nope, he's going to feed the big man.
To Dwinall and Adams. Check that, that's Eicher for 3, and he got it. 7-0 Bloomington early on. Tigers have to answer. It's in the hands of Jermontre Young. Young to Cobb for 3 of his own. It's short. Rebound Starr. A foul is called. Looks like it's against Urbana. No, they're going to call it against Bloomington. Goes against the Eagles and Jono Edmondson.
That's a good call by the official right there. That's 2 on Edmondson. He'll be sitting for a while, but it's a good call right there. Not many people are going to call that in this kind of moment, but that's a crucial call that needs to be made.
Chase Adams is back in the game for the Eagles. That's a lucky call if you're the Tigers. Now you get the ball back with another chance to score, as opposed to perhaps being down by quite a large margin. And the Tigers forcing everything here. 1 minute to go in the first.
They're just not hitting shots right now, Joe. They're getting some good looks, but they're just not hitting.
Out of bounds off of Bloomington. Yeah, the Tigers are going to have to take the lid off the bucket at some point.
I think they got to start going inside a little bit. The 3 ball's not working so far. I think they need to push it inside a little bit.
I think you've got to go to Marchand or even Gideon. Gideon Kapongo was called up to the 8th grade team early in the season after he was such a force down low in the 7th grade games. In the hands of Sales. Some moves on Stork, drives inside, no good, but he got the foul. And Marchand Sales to the line for 2. This one was on the shot. That could have been a charge, Miller. Tigers are lucky with the way it did.
Yeah, and risky play right there, but I love the aggressiveness by Marchand. He's so versatile with the dribble. That'll be there all game. If Caden Stork's going to be out there on the perimeter guarding him, that'll be there for the taking all game.
Yeah, you don't see a guy as big and as tall as Marchand doing the moves he just did. He's a center out there looking like a point guard.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tigers varsity coach Verdell Jones has got to be loving that.
Coach V loves versatility, and
yeah.
Marchand has versatility. That's something he has.
5 fouls already for Bloomington. Evans will have to look to limit them because the Tigers might be down now, but if you get in foul trouble, Urbana's a team that's going to penalize you for it.
Yeah. Very aggressive. You got to be able to move your feet and keep your hands up with Urbana because they're constantly attacking. We should get 2 free throws right here from Marchand. Get some points on the board.
Hopefully. In the 3rd place game, Batavia Rotolo and Bolingbrook Jane Addams, free throws were something both teams struggled with. You're in front of all these people. Free throws are no easy task. Sales good on the first, and Urbana's on the board. Pedro Nunez will come in for the Tigers to relieve Gideon Kapongo. So the Tigers gain a little bit of height here, perhaps at the expense of a little athleticism. And down 6, here's the second free throw from Sales. No good. Rebound, Jamarcus Webb, fresh into the game for Bloomington. 25 seconds left in the first. In the hands of Starr. And Adonai Bumba comes in, and he'll pick up the Tigers' second foul of the game.
That's a good call right there. He bumped him. Can't bump him. You got to stay solid.
A bump from Bumba sets up another Eagles possession here. Well, same possession, but they get a chance to reset. And it's in the hands of Stork, now Starr. Starr still guarded by Bumba. He'll drive inside and 1. Tigers down 8 early on. Chance for them to go down to 9.
Starr's got a quick first step. He's so quick. I can already tell he's quick off the dribble. He's going to be tough to stop. Urbana's got to slide somebody over in the help side, on the weak side, and take a charge because you got to box out on the free throw.
Missed the free throw. They get the rebound. They set up a 3 for Adams, who gets it to go. 12-1. Last chance for the Tigers to get something at the end of the first. Jermontre Young drives in, and he doesn't get it to go. Not the first quarter the Tigers wanted to see as Coach Butler calls his players over. Miller, what is wrong with the Tigers, and what do they do as we approach the second quarter?
They're just not making shots right now. and they're not stopping dribble penetration. Somebody's got to get on the help side. I mean, DJ Starr has at least 3 times, maybe 4, dribbled it right down the lane for a layup opportunity. They got to send someone from the weak side to take a charge. And then on the offensive end, they just got to knock down shots. I mean, that last layup right there by Jermontre, you got to have that. This is a state championship. You got to make point blank layups, but you got to have that. But you know, keep playing. I mean, you're only down 11. It's only the second quarter, and the nerves are out right now. I think they were a little bit nervous. Mm-hmm. Bloomington Evans probably was actually surprised me. They didn't look very nervous. I mean, come out here making a couple threes, playing solid, but nerves have got to be out right now and play their system, play their game.
Well, something I didn't consider is that the large crowd for the Tigers could be a detriment because it's, I think, even more pressure to play in front of your home crowd. Yeah. So, yeah, you've got to hope that the nerves are gone. And how frustrating is it if you're Coach Butler and you're getting some good looks, but they're just not going?
Yeah, it's frustrating, especially in a game of this magnitude. It's hard, but you got to stick with it. You got to keep going back to what you're good at.
Adams sets up a good look for Jamarcus Webb. 14-1, favoring Bloomington. Not at all the game I thought we'd see. Kylan Boswell's now in for the Tigers, and it's in the hands of Sales.
And Bloomington Evans is just making almost everything they throw up there. I mean, making all their jump shots.
Adonai Boomba for 3, it's no good. Rebound, Pedro Nunez. Lost it, now in the hands of Boomba, who throws up a desperation heave. Another rebound for Nunez, who puts it up and in. The Tigers are incredibly lucky that possession ended like it did.
Yeah, Adonai Boomba's got to control himself a little bit. You know, you can't be throwing up crazy shots like that and expect a foul call. Good help there by Kylan Boswell. Way to get back to the shooter. That's great help right there.
In the hands of Starr. Now
someone's got to get there.
Over to the corner, a 3 for Bloomington,
the
no
box
good.
Out by Boomba.
And Boomba, not the tallest or biggest guy on the
that
court.
Should be a foul.
Loses the ball. Chase Adams. Adams, an authoritative pass over to Stork. And 1 for Caden Stork. Bloomington crowd rises to their feet. And at this level, Miller, turnovers are inexcusable. They'll kill you.
Yeah, turnovers are going to bite you in the butt. Can't have those. But missed call by the refs. But, I mean, it's a game. They're not going to catch everything. I mean, that was a foul on the back tab, but you got to play through that. I mean,
yeah.
Got to get back on D and set up. And, again, there's nobody on the help side there. Cut that off. Cut that dribble off.
What a rebound from Sales. Miller, it's what Coach Herb Burnett at the high school always says. Take the refs out of the game. You got to play well enough so that they're not a factor. Sales trying to do it all, can't knock it down. Rebound out of bounds. Bloomington ball.
Marshawn, he's got to play under control. He's just throwing up shots.
30-second timeout taken by Carlin Butler. And if you're Bloomington coach Nate Sefton, those are the looks you want to force him into. But I don't quite understand why Urbana's taking those shots with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second quarter. Right? You're not.
The answer for them taking those shots is they're forcing it. They're trying to get a 13-point play in one play. There's no such thing as a 13-point play.
No.
You got to get it. You got to chip away at it. And it starts on the defensive end. First of all, you got to play on the defensive end. The offense will come, but you got to play hard on the defensive end. But as of this moment, they got to turn it on right now. I mean, if you go into halftime with more than a 10-point deficit, it's going to be tough. And the way Bloomington Evans is shooting the ball, they might want to change up their defense.
Chase Adams inbounds it for Bloomington. Tigers coming out, pressing a little harder on defense than they have been. And inside to Adams, who gets that to go and puts the Eagles lead at 15.
This Bloomington Evans team is really disciplined. They know where to cut when they know where to cut, they know where to go. Nice pass by Kylan Boswell.
And a nice job by Marshawn Sales to put it back. 13-point game again.
Carey.
Big call there, goes against DJ Starr. If you're Urbana, you've just got to keep making baskets. Realize you're not going to stop them every time on defense. but just get some things to go, build some momentum.
And they got to knock down shots. I mean, Bloomington Evans is in this 2-3 zone right now, and knocking down shots is going to have to take him out of it.
Pedro
nice
Nunez.
Dribble penetration.
Oh, and a block. Nunez is fighting for rebounds. He's getting them, and he's setting up a three for Adonai Boom, but it doesn't fall. And a call that will go against Urbana's Justin Green.
Boomba's got to knock that down. I mean, that's an open look.
Yeah.
You don't get many two open looks like that. You got to knock those down.
Is there such a thing, though, as two open? You're not used to getting those shots.
I mean,
so
two open that's not a myth. That's a true thing. But, and I love the way Pedro Nunez has come into the game, and he's rebounding right now. He's giving them an extra boost. And nice pressure right there.
Call it will give Urbana the ball with 3:14 left in the second.
And he's got length too. With they might be sacrificing athleticism, but they're putting in length to match this large Bloomington Evans team. I mean, this Bloomington Evans team is probably the largest team they've ever seen this season.
Pretty good chance of that. And with Pedro Nunez, you're getting Hart. Also, he gets another rebound, and he'll put it back up. No good. Rebound Sales, who will go to the line. Man, Boswell almost got that to go.
That was a nice looking shot. And if there's somebody who can knock down shots, it's him.
Yeah.
And big time shooter.
And if there's someone who misses don't affect, it's Kylan Boswell. He mentioned in the interview I did with him on Tuesday, he missed darn near every shot he took until he hit the buzzer-beating three that sent the team to state.
Yeah.
Sales at the line, gets his first to go.
And that's something that's a skill that comes beyond years. I mean, to have that kind of maturity and know that it'll fall. If you just stay true to your mechanics, that's something that most kids at this age don't have.
Sales 2 for 2 at the line, 11-point game. So the Tigers are heating up a little here.
They're in their diamond pressure.
To Shea Brozek the ball went. He was in trouble, and Nate Sefton called a timeout.
And I like this new. See, this is an example of changing their defense right here, going to the diamond press, and it's causing Bloomington Evans some problems right now. They're probably not used to this kind of pressure either. I mean, this is a unique defensive team that plays in-your-face pressure defense.
Well, Miller at Urbana Middle School, defense starts at the 7th grade level with Coach Jermaine Adams. Coach Adams, he doesn't teach an offense. He doesn't have his teams run an offense. He says press, press, press. And that's been really successful at the 7th grade level. And, of course, having that success at that level prepares the 8th grade team to do so well.
7th grade teams made state maybe, 4 years in a row?
4 years running.
I mean,
7th grade team has made state.
So, obviously, his style of play is successful. And that teaches guys here how to play fast, how to play under fast conditions. And it teaches them how to play good defense.
Well, if there's any team I feel confident in completing a comeback like this, it's Urbana, and that's not to take anything away from Bloomington. Bloomington has a very good chance of winning this game if they keep hitting their marks. And it's Chase Adams now to Stork, who lost the ball. Ball is loose. They're fighting for it on the bench there, and a jump ball should be the call. We'll see. No, they're going to say out of bounds, Urbana basketball. Into the game for the Eagles, Aaron Eicher. Miller, the Tigers are doing a lot better now at forcing the Eagles into mistakes. That's not something we saw a lot of in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is their time to get on a little run right now. They need to score right here.
Here's Nunez. Nunez to Green.
A three would be nice, but any good look at the basket would be better.
Well, you can't force anything. Even a two cuts it to a single-digit deficit. Kylan Boswell now goes over to Young. Jermontre's
They gotta.
DJ Starr, coast to coast, back to 13 points for the Eagles. Jermontre Young, whose brother Jermail Young was a big part of a lot of that success the 7th grade team has. Now at the high school, Nunez for three, doesn't get it. Rebound Starr.
Man, they're just not knocking down shots. Getting some good looks, and they're on target. They're just not hitting them.
Starr goes in and gets it to go. 15 points. the lead for the Eagles. Now under 90 seconds left in the first half. Kylan Boswell.
They got to run their offense.
Young got blocked, and it's in the hands of Stork. Miller, I think it's a 15-point game. Look at it like a 5-point game and try to get it to 10 points going into the half.
Yeah, and they got to run their offense more toward the three-point arc. They're running it too far away, and they're not getting any good looks inside.
Foul called, and it'll send Stork to the line. A minute and a second left in the first half. Adonai Boomba coming back in for the Tigers as Stork misses his first three. I don't know what I just said. Into the game also for the Tigers is Gideon Kapongo. DJ Starr is out of the game for the Eagles.
Oh, he's still in.
Went over to get a sip of water. And it's Stork, 0 for 2 at the line, but an offensive rebound for Bloomington, and another offensive rebound, and they get it to go 17 points the lead.
But that's a hustle play right there. They just wanted it more. I mean, that's an over the back, but I mean, they just wanted it more.
Kapongo, no. Rebound, Bloomington, 24-7.
The difference right now is Evans is taking smarter shots. Taking smarter shots, they're getting better looks, and they're more disciplined. That's the difference right now. They're playing more disciplined.
3 ball for Bloomington, big if it goes, had no chance. And the Tigers with 20 seconds left, do they hold for the last shot?
Travel.
That's tough. $18 seconds left. Now does Bloomington hold for the last shot? I don't see why they wouldn't.
Get the best look. They're going to get slowed down because of this pressure. Or not.
Starr continues to do it all. Now the Tigers have 10 seconds to do something. Pedro Nunez, it's at 7. Down 19 at the end of the first. It's Kapongo with 3, 2. He won't get it. He gets it to Boswell from Kapongo. And 19 points, the deficit for the Tigers at the end of the first half. Wow. So Miller, we'll break it down again in a few minutes, but going into the locker room, what's Coach Carlin Butler going to tell his Tigers?
Got to fight. The game is not over. That's what he's got to stress that message. Pick your heads up, and the game is not over.
And
it's not over. I mean, there's still a whole half, and you worked this far to go undefeated and have a perfect season to get to this point. And you gotta show some toughness and some grit. And I think they got it in them. They have it in them. They've done it. They've done it last year when they were 7th graders. They've done it however many times, and they got to this point undefeated. And I think they can make a comeback, but it's got to happen quick, and it's got to be taking good shots on the offensive end.
Tigers are 21-0, and if you're Bloomington Evans, 19-point lead, you've got to be thinking no problem the way we played this first half.
I disagree. I mean, you got to keep pushing it down their throats, and no problem. That's when you start settling. You can't settle. You got to keep attacking. I mean, they've done a great job attacking and taking great shots and getting good looks at the basket and taking layups. And I think if I were them, I'd keep doing that. Don't settle, because that's when you get nervous, and that's when you start turning the ball over, and all of a sudden you're only up 10, and then all of a sudden you're only up 6. So they got to. My philosophy for them would be keep attacking and keep doing what they're doing, because they've 19-point lead. It's pretty good in the state championship game.
Very good points, and we'll be back in a few minutes to break it down and preview the second half. Keep watching the Tigers Media Network, where Bloomington Evans leads Urbana in the state title game 26-7. Back live from Urbana Middle School, where Urbana Middle School currently trails Bloomington Evans 26-7. Miller, not the first half we thought we'd see. How do the Tigers climb back into this one against a very talented Eagles team?
Like I said earlier, it starts on the defensive end, Joey. They got to force turnovers. They got to take smart shots on the offensive end. If they force turnovers, and that'll create easy bucket opportunities.
Well, there was a stretch there in the second quarter where the Tigers did a pretty good job of forcing turnovers, forcing mistakes from Bloomington Evans. So, yeah, they've got to get back to that, and they've got to get their shots to go. That is something they just didn't have any of.
They've had some good looks, and they've taken some bad shots. But if they take some more good looks, they'll start falling eventually. But they need them to start falling as soon as possible, ASAP.
Yep, absolutely. And what we talked about right before the break, if you're Bloomington Evans, just keep your foot on the throttle.
Yeah,
Don't look back.
Yeah, they can't look back, and they can't relax. I mean, no lead is safe here in the state championship. And if you really want it, they'll keep playing as hard as they can because this is it. This is for all the marbles.
Yeah. Now, who do the Tigers go to? I think you've got to rely on Marshawn Sales, and you've got to get some shooting from your Kylan Boswells and perhaps your Adonai Boombas.
And Jermontre Young. I think Jermontre Young's got to step up. He's had a decorated career here at Urbana, him and Marshawn. And they're going to have, since sixth grade, they've been to state every year. And I think that's got to continue here. And they got to step up for this to turn around.
They've made state, but they've never won a state championship.
Yeah, exactly. And this is, you got to fight for your life right now. They've dug this hole, and they've got to dig themselves out of it.
6 minutes on the board. Urbana will inbound the ball to start the half. Now, Miller, how big is that to start with the ball? You can look at scoring right off the bat and not forcing a turnover or a stop.
So Urbana will start with the ball, and looks like they're going to go to a little elevated 3-2 maybe. No, man-to-man.
Man-to-man.
Maybe a zone, maybe a matchup. Maybe matchup zone. Yeah, it's a matchup zone.
Yep. Jermontre Young inside, an open lane. It's off the glass. It's no good. Rebound, Young. It's loose, out of bounds. Should stay with Urbana, and it will.
And he knows he's got to make that too. He knows it. Great take to the basket. I love the crossover, hesitation, get to the hole. He just got to make that. He missed one like that in the first half, and I think that's really throwing him off.
Goes to Kevin Cobb. And but now Boomba.
I have confidence in Jermontre. He can get it done.
Cobb to Boomba. Tipped up in the air. And it's Caden Stork for Bloomington. Now they've got numbers, and Young comes in and forces the turnover. And now the Tigers have to get it up in the hands of Kevin Cobb. Cobb to Young.
Got to fake a pass to make a pass.
Here's Young looking for Cobb, and he's got him on the wing. Now back to Boomba, and now to Young. Evans cheerleaders making noise, as is the crowd, and it's Boomba to Sales. Almost lost it, and he did. And Young is right there to get it, and he lost it, but he gets fouled, I think. Yep, got fouled. Gosh. Now, Miller, it's what we talked about earlier also. The quarters are much shorter. You don't have a lot of time to do this.
No, they gotta go. There's no lollygagging. I mean, you gotta go. Get a good shot, get a good look, and you gotta knock it down. And crash the boards hard. I know you gotta prevent the fast break, but you gotta get buckets here. This is crunch time.
Here's Sales, now Young. Young, some moves.
This is like a long second down and 15. They can't wait to make it to third down, and they're going towards that right now.
Here's Edmondson, and one. Not what the Tigers needed at all, and it's 28-7, a chance for the Eagles to go up 22. Boswell into the game for Kevin Cobb. Jono Edmondson at the line, listed as a guard. And he got it. 22 points, largest lead of the night for Evans. First appearance in the 8-4A tournament for the Eagles. And now it's Young driving inside. Over Stork, he got it. Back to 20 points.
That's what they need from Jermontre. There we go, turnover.
And it's Jermontre Young. He'll drive in again, and he got fouled.
Yeah.
They'll call it on the floor. No free throws forthcoming.
That's a block.
And he will go to the line. My apologies.
That's a blocking foul.
Yeah.
His feet were moving. He didn't establish his position. It's a blocking foul. Good call by the refs.
Great call. 4:02 left, and Urbana can bring it back to within 20. And we talked earlier about Stork in foul trouble. He's only got 2, but if the Tigers can keep going at him, then it'll free things up for Sales as we move through the later stages of this game.
And that's how the Tigers got to play. They got to play fast, and they got to get turnovers and push it before their defense can get set up. And that could have been a steal. Sprint back, got to sprint back.
Stork got it to go, back to 20. Tigers have to go. We're under 10 minutes left in the game. In regulation, and it's Boomba. Boomba to Kapongo, now to Boswell and Young. To Boomba. Didn't get it to go, no call. Tigers fans wanted a foul, no foul call, and it's DJ Starr. To the corner, to the wing, a 3, in and out. Rebound hauled in by Sales. Tigers pushing the pace. It's Sales inside. Didn't get it, got blocked. Kapongo emerges with it. Inside
Foul.
is Gideon. No foul called.
That's got to be a block.
There was some hard contact.
That's gotta be a
Officials
foul.
say it's clean. And they'll call that one as DJ Starr creates contact and goes to the free throw strike.
That's a missed call on the other end. That's got to be a foul.
Yeah.
You can't block a player's path, and you can't prevent him from going somewhere. It would have been different if he would have fallen and taken a charge, but that's got to be called something.
Starr at the lines, first free throw, no good. But it's the situation you've put yourself in if you're Urbana. And that missed call looks pretty bad now. You're down 20 points, and you need everything you can get to get back into it.
Yeah, we were just at, what I say, a 2nd and 15. We're now more towards a 3rd and 18.
Yeah.
And if it goes to the fourth quarter with 20 points, it's about to be a 4th and 20. They got to keep it. Nice pass.
Oh, that's great ball movement inside to Kapongo.
That's how you solve that zone.
Back to 18. 2.5 minutes left in the quarter. Tigers out of bounds, stays with Bloomington. Gotta like the effort.
That's what you got. That's how you want them to. That's how you want Bloomington Evans to play. You want them to play sped up and take bad shots and force shots. That's how you want them to play.
To Starr.
That's a shot you want right there. That's not going in. That's a horrible shot.
Oh, and the
But
rebound.
you got to get the rebound.
To the Eagles. And it goes to the corner. A 3 is short.
You take that shot too. You just got to get the rebound.
Young keeps it in, but he throws it right to Adams, who goes in and gets it over Sales. 20 points, 2:10 left. Miller, what's the deficit got to be at the end of the quarter for Urbana to have a chance?
Under 15. You got to have it under 15.
To Sales. Draws contact. Go to the third place game. Look at Batavia Rotolo. They trailed. And they took the lead at the end of the first quarter, but
That's 3 on Stork.
it's a game of runs. Stork comes out.
I feel like that's what Marchand should have been doing the whole game instead of settling for threes. Because that's a major mismatch in my book.
To the corner, and Young, who had too much on it. And now all the way goes DJ Starr.
Travel.
It looked like he traveled.
There we go.
And he did.
Travel.
Into the game, Aaron Eicher replaces Edmondson. Tigers with 6 points in the quarter, 1 point shy of their total output throughout the first half. Floater from Young is no good. Rebound, Marchand Sales. And he goes up and he'll go to the line.
Marchand plays so hard. He wants it more.
That's heart.
That's hard. Yeah, the whole team's now got to play with that. That was his ball. He was going to get it to the rim. He was going to either make the shot or get the foul call.
Wise words of wisdom to young basketball players. Heart, hustle, and muscle. That's what coaches and college scouts look for.
Yeah, exactly.
Sales gets his first to go of the line. And he gets his second to go as well.
Got to sprint back. There we go.
Pass thrown away, intended for Caden Stork, and the Tigers down 18. Could cut it to 14 if you get a three-point play, which they can't be looking for.
That's what you wanted right there. Force him in. He was rushed right there. He was trying to do too much.
Evans looks like they're in a 2-3 set. And it goes to Boswell. Open look. He got it to go. It's a 15-point game.
There we go. If they could get it to 10 right here, that would be.
And the Eagles coach, Nate Sefton, calls a timeout. Minute 7 left, a 15-point game.
That's what they needed. If they can get it to 10 right here, get 5 quick points, they're in this. I feel if they get it to 10, they're in it. Most people say, 6, 5. If they get it to 10, they're in it. With the way this team plays, the heart that they play with, the way they play defense, they're in it. 10 points.
Well, here, I'll tell you what, Miller. I think it comes down to the last possession of the quarter, depending on what sort of note it ends on. If you're down 10, but you've just allowed Evans to do something, that's big. If the Tigers can beat 12 or 13, but if they're the ones who ended on a last-second shot or something to that effect, I don't think they've got a chance.
But I like switching gears, I like that timeout by the Bloomington Evans coach. He realized they were rushed a little bit, got it into the hands of one of their backup bench players, and he picked his dribble up, and one of their bigs, and he's probably not going to know what to do with it. So smart timeout there.
Well, the Eagles have done things that just aren't characteristic of what they've been doing all night.
That's a shot you want. That's a shot you want. There you go.
Rebound.
Push
Sales.
it. Push it. That's the shot you want.
Jermontre Young to Boswell. Deep three from Kylan. No good. Justin Green came in and tipped it, and it's last touched by Bloomington.
That might have been a little too deep.
I
love the aggressiveness. One more step in, it would have been a nice shot.
That's a heat check is what
that is. I mean, he's only hit one, but I mean.
Well, heat check for the team.
There we go. Finish.
Sales gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
I mean, they're calling it close. I mean.
5 fouls against the Eagles, now 2 on the Tigers. And Miller, before I forget to mention, Parkland College, local community college here in Champaign, has come out to support the Urbana Tigers tonight. Coach Carlin Butler, of course, played collegiately at Parkland, one of the best JUCO teams you'll find, and how nice is it to see that community involvement?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's so good for the community. This gym is almost packed full. Love that for the community. And they need to make it up for them to come in. There we go, finish.
Steal from Nunez to Justin Green, who gets fouled.
There we go.
Well, it's a game of runs. The Tigers at the line, down 13.
That's what you need. Let's keep it going. Got to knock these 2 free throws down, though. Free throws are going to be crucial. They're already in the penalty, 6 fouls. Next foul, it's in the bonus. Free throws are going to be huge for the Tigers down the stretch. But I love the defense.
Green got his first to go. Tonight's officiating crew, we've been talking about him, calling a close one all night. Rich Doman from Gibson City, Brad Parrish from Rantoul, and Darren Sorter from Sherman are our officials tonight. No good. Green only 1 of 2.
Nice, smart. That's an old school play right there by Kylan Boswell. Wait till they come down with the ball, then you hit it. See if you can get them to turn it over. Didn't go his way, but went there. It was a nice play. Can't let him through that trap.
Star, coast to coast.
There you go.
Lost the
nice
ball.
Play.
Kicked ball violation. Goes against the Eagles. Pedro Nunez to inbound for the Tigers. And it's Young to Boswell. Boswell
corner.
missed Green.
Short corner's wide open. Can't settle here. Nice spin move.
Travel against Urbana.
Keep your cool. Keep your cool.
Crowd doesn't like it, but I don't think you can complain the way this game's been officiated. This crew has called a great game. They've missed a call here and there, but That's the human aspect of it.
Charge.
Inside.
There we go. That's the shot you want. I mean, they're rushing it.
Tigers down 12, 15 seconds left in the third, and it's Young.
Foul.
Didn't get the foul call. Goes to Boswell for three. It's in and out. Rebound to Sales. Goes up and gets it. 10-point ball game. 5 seconds left in the quarter to steal from Foul. Out of bounds. Urbana ball with the second left.
This is great emotion right here by the city, Joey. This is the city right here.
They're going to give the ball to Bloomington. Inbounding is Chase Adams.
This is the city right here.
Adams to Starr, who will chuck it down the court. No good. And it's a 10-point ball game going into the fourth.
Here we go. I told you, get it to 10. They're in this. They're in this. And it was all when Caden Stork went out. That was a huge call. His third foul, when Caden Stork went out, that was a game changer, Joey. He's their anchor down low.
That's huge. Now a developing storyline. A Bloomington Evans coach very angry, complaining to the scorers table that the Urbana crowd is encroaching upon the court. I don't know what coach that is. I assume it's an assistant coach. He's angry, and now athletic director Kevin Helmick will go over and make an announcement. Make sure we keep the fans on the court. Man, they came alive, though, at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, the city came alive right there. That was an awesome moment. But the crowd's got to, the people in the front row got to keep their cool, though. Because if you step on that court and they get you, technical foul, and that's affecting the home team.
Yeah.
Got to be smart here. Keep it under control. But I love it. I love the crowd. I love it. That's what this game needs, and that's what the city needs. The city's waited a long time for some champions, and they won it.
Chase Adams to inbound as the crowd comes to their feet. Urbana has not played in a state title game at the middle school level since 1972. Down 10 at the start of the fourth.
And they got to keep it under control. They got to play smart.
Starr is picked up by
Don't foul.
Green.
Don't commit any silly fouls.
To the corner, and Edmondson
That's
pulls
off.
up.
That's the shot you want.
Even if that goes in, the shot you want him to take.
You want him to rush it.
Here's Young. Tigers have all the momentum in the world right now. He drives in, doesn't get it. Rebound, Sails off the glass, gets his own board, puts it up and in. 8 points. The deficit. Tigers prowling. They're coming back into this game.
The momentum is on their side. Got to have someone covering that middle. This is a turnover waiting to happen. Turnover waiting to happen.
Stork has to pick it up, and he finds Edmondson. Now goes over to Adams. Adams to Starr. 45 seconds gone by in the quarter, and it's in the hands of DJ Starr. Foul will go against Urbana on Boswell. Tigers not in any trouble. That's only his third. Check that, the team's third. That's his first.
Here we go. This is great right here.
And the Evans crowd is alive too. They're sitting behind us, a little harder to see.
They're just making it worse. Cheering for their, got to take a charge.
And we got it to go, goes back to 10. Now it's Young.
Where's the charge? I mean, that's a charge waiting to happen.
Young to Boswell, and Boswell to Nunez. Inside to Justin Green, drives in, gets fouled.
Nice aggressive move by Justin Green. Comes off the bench, he's provided a lift. Top of that press. Great aggressive play right there.
Has not been fazed by the big moment.
And this whole team hasn't. They're playing their hearts out. And they're using this momentum of this city, the crowd, to feed into their energy. But what you got to do is control it. You can't play out of control and start fouling and, you know.
Missing
that's when you
shots.
Get, yeah. You got to keep it in a certain, use it to your advantage. Got to knock down these free throws.
And he gets the first to go, 9 points. Adonai Boomba comes in for the Tigers. He will relieve Pedro Nunez. So the Tigers sacrifice a little height for a little more athleticism.
Yeah, and this is all about the press. They need him for the press. He's athletic, he's quick. Need him for the press.
Green's second free throw is in. 8 points.
Man,
violation, they'll wave it off.
A little too anxious. He thought he missed it.
Caden Stork goes inside. It was nearly lost. Now it's Chase Adams inside.
Good defense.
Blocked by Boswell.
Good defense, Kylan Boswell.
Kylan Boswell's not a tall guy, but he played fundamental basketball. Sails a three, and he knocks it in! The crowd loves it, and a timeout, Coach Butler. Everyone on the Tigers side on their feet.
6-point game, Joey, 6-point game.
Oh my.
6-point game. That's a three you love to take in transition. Trail three-pointer. That's the three you want to take, and he knocked down.
Tigers
knocked it down.
At 1 point down, 22, now 6. And we alluded to it earlier. What a story it's been for Coach Carlin Butler, former JV coach at the high school. Obviously no longer a JV coach at the high school. There was a mix-up a few years ago, and he took last year, spent it out of coaching. Now in his first year at Urbana Middle School, he's undefeated. The Tigers have won 21 games in a row. Would be 22 if they can win tonight.
And this is, and Joey, this is amazing. I mean, this is what Urbana bid. This is why they bid on the state title every year, hosting the state championship every year, because they know they have the quality teams to consistently come and to get there. This is what they waited for. They wanted this moment, their team to be in it at their home court to get their first state championship.
Tigers have hosted the state tournament for 4 years in a row, and this is the first appearance for the Tigers here at their home court in the state tournament. Their first appearance ever in the 8-4A state tournament.
Got to use the outside hand there, but nice play. He's got to sprint back.
Out of bounds.
Oh.
I get last touch by Urbana. 4 minutes and 9 seconds left. That's a ton of time for both sides. Official comes over and talks to Stork. The Tigers have played in state championships, but that was before the IESA realigned things. So when they played in their title game in '72, it was not part of the 8-4A tournament. They made some state tournaments in the early 2000s as well. Not the 8-4A state tourney.
Oh,
different. Here's Stork. And of course, this is the first state appearance ever for Bloomington Evans. The school didn't open until 2011. So they've gotten here pretty quick. Here's Starr, picked up by Boomba. Defense is why they have him in.
And this is what they want. They want Bloomington Evans to rush the shot. Oh,
tipped out of bounds by Young.
And the great thing that they've done is Bloomington Evans is shook.
Yeah.
And they've taken some quick shots that they didn't want, that they thought were good shots, but in reality they were up 19. You don't have to take those quick shots. Pull it out, run your offense. But they have not been doing that, and they've been forced to take shots they don't want to take, and they've rushed them. That should be a steal.
And it's close. And it's a steal! Oh, it's a foul on Marshawn Sales. Went for the strip. Fourth team foul against the Tigers, and we're going to see some free throws from Caden Stork. Well, he was at the line, thought he had some free throws. Fouls on the court.
Man, that's close. Marshawn has 3 now, but you know, there's 3:41 left. You got to be all out aggressive. Still down 6. I mean, it's not like it's tied. They're still down 6.
DJ Starr to the line.
And if that's on Marshawn, that's 4. If that's on Marshawn, that is 4 fouls.
Against Adonai Boomba.
All right, that's good. That's good news for Urbana.
His third. 3:33 left. And 2 big free throws from Starr, who has not been automatic at the free throw line tonight. Good on his first 7-point game. That takes the world off his shoulders for the second free throw. Chase Adams set to check in for the Eagles. And he'll do so at the expense of Aaron Eicher. 8:32 left. Rather, 8:32 is the time. 3:33 left, fourth quarter.
There we go. That's these Urbana Middle School rims, man. They're tough. They're tough.
Boswell, a deep three.
Ill-advised.
Not a good shot. Foul against Sales, his fourth.
No need to foul there, Marshawn. Still 3 minutes left.
Sixth foul against the Tigers. Sales will stay in the game.
Yeah, he has to. He's down 7 with 3 minutes left in the state championship. He has to.
Justin Green will come in to the game for the Tigers. Yeah. Adonai Boomba forced the steal, dives out of bounds, and it'll stay with Bloomington. Chase Adams to inbound. Inbounded to Stork, goes back to Adams, and now to Starr. Just over 3 minutes left in the ball game. Bloomington up 7, up 10, big three in the corner. 39-29. Young pushes it up for the Tigers to Boswell. Boswell to Boomba, who drives inside, off the glass, too high. Out of bounds, will stay with Urbana.
That was a huge shot right there.
Oh, incredible.
That was money. All net. He's hit a couple of those. Huge shot, but Urbana needs an answer.
Can they do it? Goes to Boswell. Oh, it's in and out, and the rebound, Caden Stork.
That's these Urbana rims, man. I'm telling you, anywhere else, that's
both ways for you.
That's in.
Chase Adams. Now it'll be Caden Stork for three. No good. Timeout, Evans.
Technical. Can't shoot the ball after the whistle. Keep an eye on that, refs.
30-second timeout charge to the Eagles. 2:36 left on the board.
This is it, Joey. This is it. 2 minutes, 36 seconds. For some of these kids, it's their last middle school game.
And for some of these kids, their last high school game, or their last basketball game if they don't play at the high school level.
Right. And so they've got to turn it up, give everything they've got, fill out the gas tank, pour everything they got into this last 2 minutes, 30 seconds, because this is history on the line. This doesn't go away after a year. This stays in the books forever. You got a banner up here. Now they just got to show how much they want it. But they're going to have to force some turnovers. Going to have to. They can't do this trading buckets.
Yeah, one more foul puts Evans in the 1-and-1 bonus, where they'll be for 3 fouls. Starr to the corner.
Let him shoot that.
Jono Edmondson, no good.
That is the shot we want.
And Boswell gets the rebound, and he'll go to the line. Foul against Chase Adams.
Well, they're content with that because 50% chance he misses, 50% chance he makes it. And the fact that he sat the whole first half because he had 2 fouls lowers that percentage. So that was a great. That's what the Tigers wanted. Now Kylan Boswell's got to knock down 2 free throws.
And what's better is that they got the rebound, got the foul, go to the line, and he missed it. Rebound off of Urbana's Justin Green. So Bloomington will take over. Adams will inbound. They're preparing the trophies down here as Stork gets fouled on the 3 from Boomba.
That's
3 free throws forthcoming for Stork.
That's not a good foul. To put it flat and simple, let him shoot that.
Yeah.
Can't foul him right there.
First free throw is short. I think if there's anyone you want at the line, it's Stork.
Right. But still, he's most likely going to miss that shot. Now you put him at the line for 2 easy ones, and the crowd's got to get loud here.
Second free throw from Stork, no good also. Great foul from Boomba. It's turned out to be.
Yeah. It's turned out to work, but I
Oh, I wouldn't have fouled either, but
Yeah.
he got a little lucky here, even if he makes this.
And the box out's key here. Can't give up offensive rebound.
Stork's second free throw is no good. Sails the rebound, and the Tigers down 10 with 2:20 left.
And they could start going to Hack-a-Shack here. 2 minutes left. That could be a smart play. Now you know who to foul.
Kevin Cobb for three. It's off. Easy rebound for Starr, and he throws it away down the court with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. How soon do you start going to the three ball through the Tigers?
I'd still take best available shot. They need a bucket right here, though. They got lucky there. That's a very undisciplined play. You don't do that.
Yeah.
2 minutes left, man. You walk it up the court if you have to.
Cobb to Boswell for three. Nothing but net. Timeout on the court. 30 seconds to the Urbana bench.
There we go.
Well,
a couple of turnovers, and it's a 2-point game. Got to get these turnovers, though.
Tale of two halves. Evans was so disciplined in the first half, and now, what are we seeing? It's crazy.
That's what this atmosphere does to you, Joey. They played so great in the first half. I mean, my hat's off to them for coming out here, playing like they had no nerves, but it's completely opposite here in the second half. Yeah. And if Urbana, I'd like to make a point here. If Urbana doesn't get a quick steal here, you might want to consider Hack-a-Shack. Because this team has not shot free throws well. Nobody in this state tournament has shot free throws well. So free throw, and you have this crowd at home crowd.
Saw him struggle on Saturday free throw wise, and
especially if Caden Stork's going to catch the ball in the middle of the floor, foul.
Yeah.
He just missed 3 in a row. Got to imagine his confidence is shaken too.
Goes to Starr, and Kevin Cobb picks up the foul on DJ Starr. It'll be the 8th team foul for the Tigers. Kylan Boswell gets some coaching from Butler. DJ Starr to the line in the 1-and-1.
Crowd's got to make some noise here. They didn't put it here. They didn't bid for the state championship here for no reason.
He got it to go, 40-32. Hats off to DJ Starr, who has played a great ball game for the Eagles.
I thought you were going to say like a star.
I mean,
if you would have said that,
he's their star. Star's their star with
box out.
Point lead, and he got it to go. 9 points.
That's probably not who you want to foul.
No, it's not. Boswell to the corner and sails. Boom! He got it.
Nice pass. Let's see. You can stop fouling him.
Miller, you don't have any choice because if I'm Starr, I don't pass the ball.
Well, you got to get a trap. Make him pass the ball.
Yeah. Foul against
Deny him the ball. Don't let him catch. Because he's the only person out here on the court that's shown he's capable of knocking down free throws.
Yeah. Foul against Cobb.
You got to deny him the ball.
1-and-1. It's Starr. It's good.
They're all net. They're all net at this point. Deny him the ball. Make somebody else beat you. 7
points the lead.
Plenty of time still. I mean, if they keep knocking down threes, this could go on forever.
Timeout called. Bloomington Evans. As the Evans crowd gets loud, Evans has brought their mascot. Got the eagle over there.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck that is, but that's no eagle.
Oh, it looks like an eagle to me.
That's no eagle I've seen, but regardless of the point.
Shots at the mascot.
It's a bad mascot. But regardless of the point, I think they're going to come up with something creative here. I think Bloomington Evans is going to, if I were them, I wouldn't come out with the press. That's definitely, you don't want to do that because Urbana will take advantage of that. You press them, that's a layup waiting to layup, wide open three waiting to happen. If I were them, I'd go back to that zone. Maybe extend it a little bit, get them to move their offense way out and take some time passing out the ball, and maybe get them to chew some clock. But if I were Bloomington Evans, that's what I'd do. If I'm the Tigers, simple, push the ball.
Yeah.
You either get a layup, get a foul, or you take a transition 3, that's a decent look. You got to push it, though.
On the ground, and it's Young, picks it up. Picked up by Edmondson. Now it goes to Boswell, who hit the 3 to send the Tigers to state. And it goes to Sales. Sales for 3. It's no good. And
Foul
it's
him,
in the
foul
hands.
him. Foul him.
Foul is called in the hands of Stork.
That's who you want to foul. I guarantee he makes, he misses at least 1.
Well, he's in the double bonus now, so he'll get 2.
Guarantee it. Put the Miller guarantee on, and he misses at least 1.
The Miller guarantee. What's this worth? Minute 25 left. 43-35 our score, and that score favors the Eagles. And Stork's first free throw is good. 9 points the lead
That looked better.
for Evans. Yeah, no.
That was pretty nice.
I knew as soon as he said he was going to miss one that he's going to make both of them.
My guarantee is still worth something.
Stork at the line.
My guarantee is still worth something.
And he got it. No, it's not. Tigers moving quickly. Here's Young. Boswell, Young, Sales, drives in, gets the basket to go, and he'll see if they count it. They count it. He'll go to the line. 45-37.
Could have been easily called for an offensive foul, though. He did extend his arm. But, you know, Bloomington Evans, nobody was set. Nobody was there. Nobody was set. Nobody would take a charge. So, I mean, it's a toss-up at that point. You got to make free throws.
Short rebound to Stork, and it's Adams.
I'd foul him. He hasn't made a free throw yet.
They're going to let him go. They're going to kick it to Edmondson. And now to Starr.
I'd foul somebody else.
Goes to Stork. No good. Here go the Tigers. In the hands of Sales. Tigers down 7, under a minute left. Sales to Boswell. Back to Sales. Sales doesn't have an option. Wide open. Young airballed it. And that brings the Evans crowd to life. Miller, I was going to say, one mistake from the Tigers might do it. And now Evans is in the driver's seat as the Tigers empty the bench.
He's emptying the bench.
Jordan Tatum, Charles Mandra, Ethan Sayavangsa, and Colin Schiff now in the game for the Tigers. Still in the game, Justin Green.
I think it's still, I thought it was still a little early for that, but, you know.
Well,
Coach Butler felt like it was time. He valued these other kids getting some minutes, so.
40 seconds left. Tigers are down 7, and a timeout called by Evans.
Evans' coach is going to do the same.
Full timeout. Evans' crowd comes alive. With a win, the Eagles will move to 22-5. Urbana will fall to 21-1. Stay tuned after the game. It's our trophy presentation. The awarding of the 8th grade class 8-4A trophy. Urbana Middle School will be honored first, and then Bloomington Evans, should they hold on and win it. And Miller, what a game it's been. It's been quite the state championship game. My hat's off to both teams.
Yeah, it was a great game. I thought Urbana had a little bit. They did it too late. Had that poor first half. They turned it on. Great third quarter.
Yeah,
I was impressed. You could see that they were 21. They weren't 21-0 for no reason. That third quarter was impressive. To be down 19 and cut it to 6, it's impressive.
Yeah, just for the Tigers to have been in the game.
It had just started too late.
Yeah, they played a heck of a game. And how about Bloomington Evans? What a season it's been for them. This will be their first ever state championship. The school founded in 2011. This is their first appearance in the state tournament. And the ball in the hands of Titan Virgil as the clock runs down, and the Eagles of Bloomington Evans fly to their first ever state championship. What a scene. The celebration begins on the court. Heartbreak for the Tigers. as the Evans crowd comes alive. What a season it's been for them. They'll finish 22-5. One of the best state tournaments I've ever seen. And it ends with Bloomington Evans on top for the first time ever. Urbana's drought will have to continue for a little while longer, but Miller, you've got to figure program in good hands, trending in the right direction. Your final thoughts on our state title game?
This is tough. I mean, this is tough. And it's going to take guts to come back from this, but for these kids moving up to the high school level, they got some hunger in them. They got some hunger in them to do better, to improve at the high school level. But these kids in 7th grade, now they know what it takes. They know what it takes to win state. Now they got the experience of the great atmosphere.
Yeah.
And to come back next year and improve on it even more. But they can't hang their heads. They were here for a reason. They deserve to be here. Bloomington Evans just played a better game.
Yeah.
They dug themselves too big a hole. But third quarter showed they belong here. And that should show them that next year, they're the favorite.
Definitely a well-earned state title for Bloomington Evans as we now get set to go down to the court where I will preside over our trophy presentations, first for Urbana and then for Bloomington Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the playing area for the presentation of the first and second place individual and team awards for the 2018 IESA 8th grade Class 4A Boys Basketball State Final Tournament. Medallions will be awarded first to members of both teams and then followed by the presentation of team trophies. Presenting the awards will be Steve Ensley, Executive Director of the IESA. At this time, please meet the Tigers of Urbana Middle School, who finished the season in 2nd place with a final record of 21 wins and 1 loss. Here are the administration, coaches, players, and managers for Urbana Middle School. The principal of Urbana Middle School, Dr. Scott Woods. Assistant principal, Mr. Patrick Russell. Athletic director, Mr. Kevin Helmick. The Tigers are coached by Carlin Butler. The Tigers have 3 assistant coaches. First, Brandon Boswell. Tori Dukes. And Marcus Jackson. And now the players for Urbana Middle School, starting with number 2, Kevin Cobb. Number 3, Kylan Boswell. Number 5, Gideon Kapongo. Number 10, Jordan Tatum. Number 11, Charles Mandra. Number 13, Colin Schiff. Number 20, Pedro Nunez. Number 21, Jalen Douglas Carter. Number 23, Jermontre Young. Number 24, Adonai Boomba. Number 25, Ethan Sayavongsa. Number 32, Justin Green. And number 35, Marshawn Sales. The scorekeeper for Urbana Middle School, Miss Tamara Butler. And now, please meet the Eagles of Bloomington, who finished the season in first place. Final record, 22 wins and 5 losses. Here are the administration, coaches, players, and managers for Evans Junior High School. The principal, Mr. Christopher McGraw. Assistant principal, Miss Gina Tenuta. The Eagles are coached by Nate Sefton. Two assistant coaches for the Eagles. First, Mr. Brian Duggins. And Alec Cooperitis. And now, let's meet the roster for the Bloomington Evans Eagles. First, number 3, Shea Brozek. Number 10, Dax Yostin. Number 13, Titan Virgil. Number 14, Chase Adams. Number 23, DJ Starr. Number 31, Jamarcus Webb. Number 32, Aaron Eicher. Number 34, Carson Beal. Number 35, Jono Edmondson. Number 40, Tyler Dwinall. Number 41, Camden Moss. Number 42 is Ian Bliss. Number 43, Ben Bittner. Number 44, Joe Zeman. And number 50, Caden Stork. Two managers for the Eagles, they are Parker Michaels and Om Patel. Would the captains of Urbana Middle School please step forward to receive your second place trophy? Congratulations to the Tigers on a great season. And now the captains of Evans Junior High School step forward and receive your first place trophy. Congrats to the Eagles on a tremendous season. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you for a fantastic state tournament. Congratulations to the Tigers and the Eagles. Please drive home safely. And there you hear our trophy presentation tonight. So for our whole crew, Miller Calhoun, Sam Reel, Jason Liggett, I'm Joey Wright. We thank you for tuning into this presentation of IESA State Championship Basketball on the Tigers Media Network. Congratulations to your state champion, Bloomington Evans Eagles. Thank you.